Big Boss Jog Radio Show. A show where listeners are encouraged to rise up, confront the U.S. government, kick off the revolution, go out there, be part of the solution, liberate the Confederate States of America, the Alamo, placed as the capital. Analyst Assessment, Episode 34. The video clip was posted by NBC News. April 5, 2019, airtime 52 minutes, 2 seconds. The clip is entitled, Watch Live, Trump Participates in Immigration and Border Security Roundtable. It's suggested that you, the listener, opens up the clip, listen for themselves. What's being stated? And understand, they're not spontaneous words spoken by the man known as Don, the U.S. President. The words are computer generated, placed by the USDIA. Operators at a keyboard computer generate the statements. Not only of the U.S. President, the entire event. Before making any further assessment of the clip, beginning the assessment, there's a situation. Court date, May 23rd, 2019. Redding, California. Shasta Superior Court, Division 2, 8:30 in the morning. Anyone out there notice a knife on my hip? 5 months in the year of 18. Monday through Friday. Week after week. Tyre Police Department doesn't have any idea anything that's going on. No, just that there was an arrest, and that, well, the one that's out on the doorstep for now over a year, and out on the streets for over 2 years with hand billboards, well, they remain protected, and they have no idea anything that's going on, and apparently none of them have seen a knife because they allowed the arrest to happen. Daily protest. The reason for the daily demonstration: sexually assaulted by a multitude of officials at the Redding Police Department. Me, was assaulted. The sign is made very clear, the issue. They took the sign away from me. Thought they handled the issue. Arrested me. Didn't show in court. Knew I was going to ask for a habeas corpus hearing to establish identity. They just were no-show. December 21st, I believe it was. No-show. Oh, me? I was summoned. Otherwise, I faced arrest. A bench warrant for my arrest would be issued if I didn't appear in court. Need to walk once more to the court. Playing the part of slave. And this is just all right with everyone involved. Day after day. An entire department has allowed this to go on. Furthermore, a big part of them, their officials, there at that department, from the grunt to the one at the top, who's nothing more than him. That's right, the chief. Representative of the others. If his actions were investigated, the Redding Police Department would have quite an issue. Yes, they would. Not allowed to use U.S. national security to hide behind, which they have for many a decade. There's a number of Kennedy assassination participants there at the Redding Police Department. They go unhindered in their activities, placed in the pyramid because of their appearance. In big part, their appearance there at the John Kennedy assassination in 1963, November 22. It was quite an event. In this local neighborhood community of Redding, California, or is it a neighborhood? No, it's a community. And many happen to be part of that community because they had no problem going past a protester. On the sign mentions tortured by the police. Officials inserted straight pins into my eyeballs, pushed through my testicles, inserted under my fingernails. And no one has a problem with any of this. In October of 18, Redding Police Department confiscated the sign, which stated, Redding Police Department, from the chief to a multitude of officials, sexually assaulted me in their office, on the security camera, and not an investigation, nothing. Everyone knows it's illegal to make false accusations. My presence out there on that doorstep shows their guilt. And because no one insists from the public, they go in unhindered, without investigation. Yes, the top of the pyramid's right there. Not far off. The command center, USDIA command center, located inside of the Shasta Dam facility. A multitude of those operators are police officials at the Redding Police Department. Furthermore, the place of my residence, cop after cop, Redding Police Department officials, allowed to abuse like few others. Have the authority. Arrest me whenever they deem convenient, whenever they choose to. Activate the stim receiver, put me in a trance state. Did it for decades, my entire while here. It's getting a little cumbersome. Living with no health benefits. Them surveilling me. There's a multitude, people, right now watching this broadcast be made and all the other broadcasts. They get paid to make sure that, well, confined to the house, no money, indigent level, year after year after year after year. Multitude of job applications. Already explained years ago. Never going to get a job in this community. They, USDIA, have a multitude of shadow identities. They play the part of cop. They play the part of crime family member. They play the part of the local business owner. And they own a multitude of businesses that happen to belong to an estate that I inherited, including nearly every house in this neighborhood, the place of my residence, where I live in squander. They surveil the situation. Make sure I remain trapped. Remain trapped. Enslaved, not a dollar's pay. No one's finding any problem with any of this. Bullet lodged in the backbone, 4 foot of agitator wire the size of a bicycle brake cable, inserted from the neck down into the heart and around the torso, shows up on an x-ray. I didn't insert that wire. Officials at the Redding Police Department did their part. Frequent sonic flyers to South America. Extrajudicially extradited me over and over between the year 11 and 15. Not one bit of an investigation. Broken back. 14. Detained by them. Broken. No type of medical treatment. They knew. Kept me in a traumatized state. Had no idea, knew my back hurt. Oh, well, now it healed wrong. Lumbar region, all the way across, including the tip of the vertebrae snapped off. That's right. And no one finds a problem. I'm in the courtroom being prosecuted. Any federal agents out there willing to read some pages, they can be found on the True Conspiracy Forum website. So that'd be thetrueconspiracyforum.com. That website. It's difficult. It has a the. It's the true conspiracy. Well, it's the true information, and it's right there. If they choose, they can give a look at what's written and decide for themselves if that's a federal agent or not. And when they do give a look, maybe they realize they were part of one of those investigations that was halted by U.S. national security. A multitude of different cases listed in those writings. It's time open be an investigation. Transparency. The file of Earl Hawkins, born in 1970 in Provo, Utah, along with auxiliary name Jean Paul Martineau, born in 1970 in Salt Lake City, Utah. No, I wasn't born in Salt Lake City, Utah. It was a whole lot of pain, breaking of the psyche. They keep up with the same way. Insist. I answer, yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. I'm Jean Paul Martineau, the slave. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That's right. Yes, ma'am. I'm a slave. Jean Paul. Jean Paul answering, y'all. Jean Paul Martineau, the slave. No, I'm not. My birth name is Earl Hawkins. Born in 1970. Know the exact social security number. Little difficult being held. Signals transmitted from my body out of the stem receiver located at the cerebral cortex. 75 megahertz AM. Located any place I go, anywhere in the world. 750 kilohertz AM. Every word listened to and archived. 50 UHF. Everything I see, recorded, archived. Put in the trance state, they put the radio waves down any place I go. Sine wave, 900 megahertz, FM. The eyes glow red. Yeah, that's right. Push of the button. It's something. Denied. Can't get the radio. No one will stop with a 100-watt CB and fire up the mic. No, what is it? Open the mic. I'm tortured to these terms, lingo. Bit upset, listeners. Day after day after day. No, decades of being held a slave, 49 years. And being forced, I know my birth name, Earl Hawkins. That is my identity. I'm being denied. Forced to be someone I'm not. Auxiliary name Jean Paul Martineau that didn't live in Vietnam, didn't spend his first 5 years there, 880 days at combat, wasn't at the base, was on a chopper often, choppering, not shopping with mom on the Kong. And I need to play, oh, I never did anything in my life with a multitude of gunshot wounds. And not a bit of health care. Yeah, I'm a bit upset. And I'm encouraging anyone out there, if they want to join up with the posse, well, they're welcome to join. Kick off the revolution. Be part of the solution. Liberate the Confederate States of America. The Alamo, placed at the Capitol. Placed at the Capitol. See, it's already there. Placed. The Alamo. As the Capitol. The Confederate States of America. I have a court date, and I need to go in and be Gene Paul again, who gets disrespected. They're playing me as some chump because I stated I was shot a multitude of times. And then, you people, I mean, the amount of injustice. They're aware I've been shot a multitude of times and that I'm hanging on. I get no health care. Multitude of broken bones. Broken back. How serious does the injury need to be? The agitator in the heart should not be there. They get to press a button and put me into arrhythmic fibrillation. The wire shows up on an X-ray. None of this is going to be allowed in the court. I'm being treated as a felon. Criminal, indigent level, Gene Paul Martineau, the slave. The Reading Police Department knows who I am. 5 months of that knife being worn on my hip, out on their doorstep. 5 months. Monday through Friday. It's some rubbish. And I appreciate some assistance. Time to kick off the revolution. Be part of the solution. I want only God. He helps me with this rhyme, line by line. I do give my thanks along with gratitude for our one only God, Father in heaven. It's the big boss jock. Momentarily, signing off. Going to be back in a moment. Do the analyst assessment. Gloria, she's participating at the awards ceremony. She's known as Chief Gloria. Talking to Don, he's another that's part of the group, known as the U.S. President. Chump, part of the bunch. Yeah, the chummy bunch. The awards ceremony. Continuing with the assessment shortly. Signing off. I do give my thanks and gratitude for our one only God, Father in heaven.
Most precious.